It is that time of year again. Time to take a break from work or school, just a daily grind. Get that next vacation getaway dialed in and planned. And we've got good news. Renowned travel expert Peter Greenberg knows more about travel than just about anyone around. He joins us now to offer some of the best tips and ideas for a great getaway. Good morning, Peter. Thanks for being here, sir.
Happy to be with you in Baltimore, one of my favorite places. And in fact, you guys had such a great renaissance. I was just recently there at the Pendry, right there on the harbor. I had such a great time.
Fantastic place. Hey, we're excited that you were here in the Fells Point area, but we're looking beyond Baltimore in this segment, my friend. So let's talk a little bit about how we can maybe travel smarter and branch out from our Baltimore area here.
Well, the first mistake people make, whether they're in Baltimore or Brooklyn, it doesn't matter, and you probably make the same mistake yourself, is when you make your reservations. You go online. We've all been conditioned to do it. We're culturally inclined to do it. We do it at 2 o'clock in the morning in our bathrobe. We don't have to talk to anybody else on the phone. God forbid we should have a conversation with another human being. But here's the problem. Only 52% of all inventory is actually online. So when we're sitting there all fat and happy in our bathrobe at 2 in the morning, we're disenfranchising ourselves from 48% of what's out there. So do yourself a favor, research online, but then have a phone call with the airline, the hotel, the cruise line, or a travel agent, another human being, because what they're looking at their screen is not what you're seeing on yours. So you have many more options out there, not just in terms of rate, but in terms of value.
That makes a ton of sense. I had no idea that almost half of what's available, we can't get to it through our web browsers. That's huge.
Not only that, yeah. when that little seat chart pops up, when you're looking for an airline reservation, yeah. What a surprise. Only middle seats available? Give me a break. They're holding back 30%. And they know about that when you call them on the phone.
All right, so we want to reach out to those airlines, maybe even get a travel agent in the loop here. I mean, we want to access what we are not seeing on our home screen.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's talk about a little bit more of a serious note here. State Department, travel alerts, maybe some areas we shouldn't visit. What can you tell us on that?
Well, let's look at a little history here. The 3 words State Department advisory have such a negative connotation, most people don't read them, and they hear it and they say, okay, I'm not going. Well, that used to apply to a number of countries in the world that were considered challenged. Well, the State Department just redid the whole system, and they've now applied State Department advisories to all 196 countries in the world, and they've broken it down under 4 categories. Category 1, travel with normal caution. I have no idea what that means. Category 2, travel with increased caution. I still don't know what that means. Category 3, reconsider travel. By that time, you're digging a hole. You're not going anywhere. And Category 4, do not travel, which most people think is a rule or a law, and it's none of the above. Let me give you an example. There are a number of states in Mexico right now that come under the State Department Category 4, do not travel. And guess what? Take a look at the state of Sinaloa. It's one of 32 states in Mexico. What's in that state? Mazatlan. I was just there 3 weeks ago. I'm going again this weekend. Did I feel unsafe, threatened, or in any kind of danger? I did not. And yet you're putting Mazatlan in the same category as Syria, Yemen, and Afghanistan. That's painting with a very broad brush. So if you want to go with State Department advisories, first of all, how about reading them? And then add some perspective so you actually get to go. I mean, there are only about 4 places in the world I wouldn't go. And that's based on who's not in control. Other than that, I'm going.
All right, absolutely. We want to drill down. His last point here, is there 1 or 2 items you could say, don't leave home without? Last thought here. We're wrapping up.
Well, I'm going to surprise you. It's duct tape. I always bring duct tape. I know you're laughing, but guess what? It fixes everything on the road, and you'll become the most popular person on the plane, the cruise line, or the hotel because you got something in your bag that's going to fix somebody else's problem after, of course, it fixes your problem. Absolutely.
Well, Peter Greenberg, great information here. Give me a website, 5 seconds.
PeterGreenberg.com. What an imaginative name, but we're not transactional, we're news.
I love it. Peter, thanks for being here. Great tips for us here in Baltimore, my friend. Appreciate it.
You got it, man.
And we'll be back with more Midday Maryland straight ahead. Stay tuned.